I'm going to show you how I installed these two outlets. I pulled the power from that one without removing any of the shiplap and damaging the sheetrock. So I had to do just minimum paint touch-ups. But I'll show you a step-by-step of how I ran power to here and there. So what I want to do is I want to add an outlet right here and right there. Easiest way to do it. So I'm going to pull it from that one and I'm going to show you how I do it. I remove my baseboard and then I'm going to cut the drywall. I'm doing it about 3/4 of about an inch below the line, top of the line of the baseboard. So I'm going to cut it basically up to that point and all the way up to that outlet. So it's cut all the way. And I'm just going to gently pry it open. We got some nails that's holding it. So even if I break it, I could always put it back in and you won't be able to see it. Here, pulled out of the nails and it came right out. So basically, I'm gonna pull a wire from there up to that point, then down, continue into that one. So I'm going to use a 13/16 spade bit and I'm going to drill holes about halfway in the spacing and try to make it as close as possible to the middle all through these three. After I check there's nothing in there, basically through the bottom, cut the holes out with the multi-tool and I'm going to run my wires now. I'm running my wire. I got a 12-2. That's basically what my receptacles are here. So 12-2 would be most likely a yellow wire. So now I got a wire here. I'm gonna cut it off, add a receptacle, It goes down, across, up to here. Connect both of these to another receptacle, and then down. And then I'm gonna pull this out, feed the wire through the back, and connect it to this. So since these are all connected, I could either, there's space on the back, not all outlets have this, I could feed it into these, or remove some of these wires and create a pigtail, or connect them all together and have one come out to here. That way there's power to the rest of the outlets. This is not really the code way, but it's gonna work here because I'm not gonna use that much power. These are the only two outlets there that are gonna be used in this room, so it will not make any effect. So I'm gonna feed this through there. So I do about 8 inches or so. It's always better to have longer than shorter. And so one way to do this is remove this piece and tie it all together, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to intertwine this one with this as tight as I can, and it should be fine. As you can see, I use pliers to tighten it up, and that's gonna hold real nice. So I wrap all the black wires together and do a pigtail and wire nut it, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the neutral wire. You can see. And I like to finish it off with some electric tape, just for the extra protection. It's all tucked in. Just make sure you want to be able to do it if the box is big enough. So I have one of the largest boxes in there, so I'm able to get all those wires tucked in there without any issues. So now I have power going to those wires. Obviously they're not hot right now, so I just got to get the boxes, the drywall type boxes, get them in there and wire it up. So I'm gonna reinstall the drywall, and I'm gonna use some short screws, probably 1.25 inches. Probably could go up to 2 inches, which won't hit the wire, and I'm probably gonna just do one and maybe a little bit of silicone, and that's about it. So I don't need to put any kind of plate there. I should be okay. So I got the drywall put back in, and then the baseboard would cover it, which right here, the baseboard's only gonna come up to this point because I'm putting some cabinets right here. So you won't even see any of this. But that's how you get power receptacles. I mean, it'd be a little bit tougher it's on the outer wall because you have to deal with insulation, which is still possible. But on the inner walls, there's usually no insulation, and it's fairly easy to pull the wires vertically. And that's one way. Even if you had the short baseboard, mine's a 5.5 inch, you could still do it with a few inches on the bottom and be able to hide. You could even do it, cut it on the caulking line and be able to run that wire without any problems. Obviously, I don't recommend people doing this, but if you know what you're doing, this is one way to do it.